There'll be a spot of waiting in our future, so I mean, I might as well just get things started now and then get to waiting and chilling. I need a chill stream today. Let's see how this goes. Well, it would help if I clicked into the application like so. Hello, Night Fiend. Hello, everyone else. All right, so we left off our field trip through the Churning Mists got us to Frostvelgr. We asked Frostvelgr to help us stop the Dragonsong Wars. He laughed in our face, and he dropped some truth bombs on all of us. Basically crushed Ashael's soul right in front of us. So Estinian says, F it, time for plan B, which was plan A, which is to go stab this fool. And so we went to go to stab Nidhogg, aka the fool. And we find out that he put up windshields because when we killed Teoman, his consort, he got upsetty, and so he put up some shield. Oh, we got Midgarstormer breathing. Very nice. So now we have mana cutters that can go through that, which will allow us to go. Oh, I have to still talk to Sid to formally get the mana cutters and get the access to the dungeon. Also, in the meantime, by the way, the Sultana is not dead. She's doing fine now. We woke her up. The monetarists apologized for all that bad conspiracy business and hopes they could put it all behind us. They reinstated Relbon. So things are going well there. And we have formally started Operation Go Find the Other Scions, who are shrug shoulders. I think that's the summary of what's happened. So today we are going to run the dungeon. Whoever wants in, I can send invites. After that, Nidhogg's gonna be a bit beat up and run away. Dragonsong War is over, but it's not over. And then there's gonna be elf politics. There's gonna be dragon politics. Today we might see the infamous Thancred squirrel. Maybe a little too far off. So, some stuff to do. But for now, I'm going to finish having a chat with my friend here. And I'm going to be on our way. So again, step one, I got to go to Sid, and Sid's going to actually hand the mana cutters over. Ethernet. Sky Shield Manufactory. May end up being a shorter stream. My body fails me halfway through it. Alright, here are the fools heisting you. Alright, cutters are ready when you are. Finer adjustments cost us a few sleepless nights, but we got there in the end, which means you can get there when you need to go. I tell you, these little beauties will tear through that wind barrier like a cermet drilled through cottage cheese. Alright. Dreadworm awaits, Stoic Nod, cutscene. Maybe a bonk. Nope, cutscene. Are we going to get to see the mana cutters in action? No, we're just going to show the dungeon. Yep, we're just going to show the Aery, and then we're going to go. Very good, very good. Oh, and we got one there. It looks like Poppy or Ev is queued up as well. All right, assuming you want in. I'll give everyone else a, well, Very likely not. Duty Finder. The Aery. You've changed to Reaper. I'm going to assume that's what you want to be. 14 minutes. That's about right.
Flame Dragon, are you doing the Aery?
I am doing the Aery.
After me.
Good luck.
Knew their devices, their depraved methods.
Hello, everybody. Actually, they probably have ads right now. Oh, hang on a minute.
Oh, they may actually.
They might actually. Hello, Shadow Derpy. Hello, Vortal. Thank you for the raid. I was telling this to Tatsu. I am beyond jealous of the Viking. You just stand there. You take 0 damage. You have a beard, and you just ruin plans by being in the room. It's the dream.
They are pretty good tanks.
They're so good. Oh my goodness. It's great because every once in a while, people beard. Is that a people beard?
That is a people beard.
Feels beard, man.
Feels
Beautiful.
beard being there.
Feels beard. It's so good. It's particularly great because you'll get used to seeing 1/1/1, and then one of the provokes will slip past, and then somebody else will take like 500 damage. You're like, all right.
Yeah,
Feelings of-
they are very good tanks.
Feelings of power. No DPS, which definitely give you that problem for Garuda. So I only heard half of it. So the level ups for the jobs, is the HP the only variable? Did you say?
Yes. Whenever you level up, the only stat that gets affected by the job you currently are is HP.
Okay.
So that's why changing to Viking to get everybody more HP is a good idea.
I wasn't sure if that was a gamble on your part, and whether or not you're saying, well, I'm gonna have less stats, but I need to hit this HP threshold, or I'm just going to die anyway. But well, first off, watching you flail and fail is not only what you want, but more entertaining and engaging in strategy in the chat, like a backseater. But yeah, I was curious about that. Also, yes, Vikings can wear a helm. Realizing that's where they got the Tamra from is sort of nice, but also means that Viking probably, well, maybe. Never say never, I suppose.
Viking will never be a class.
In 14, anyway.
I don't think it will be. So it's a little sad, but I can kind of get why it wouldn't be.
There's some interesting things they could do with that. First off, having an AoE taunt is something that no tank has, so that would be a niche.
They did have it at one point.
Oh, really?
Flash.
Oh, interesting.
Flash, they casted Blind, but it was an AoE taunt. And back in the day, the tank rotation for mob pools is run into group, flash 4 times, and then do your AoEs. Because Flash was like the best way to generate aggro. And if you try to do your AoE, you're going to lose all the mobs, even if you were in tank stance.
I know there was the whole, back in the day, there was the enmity rotation and then the damage rotation.
Yep.
Which it is one of those things that I like conceptually, but know exactly why they got rid of it, and it's probably for the best.
Yeah. I mean, it did also feel a bit unnecessary because the normal damage rotation on single target was actually so good that you kept enmity anyway. So, you know, when Paladin got Royal Authority at 60, it was like, oh hey, I finally have a finisher. Which is really lame. Every other class has one, I don't. And now I do. Because I believe the Paladin's finisher at 50 was just aggro generation rather than damage.
By the by, if this goes past 15 minutes, I'm just gonna trust it. It'll take longer, but it's not as long as this queue. Tanks hated me in Wrath as Arms Warrior in Dungeons. There were weird power spikes leveling in WoW that at certain levels, certain classes would outstrip the tank stance. Yeah, and then basically the further along you got, the 30 seconds simple. Death to the elves. Well, there'll be some elves dying today. Being traded with. Horrible seeding. Ah, Aurum Vale. Oop. Aurum Vale, the cesspool. Yeah, I'm probably never gonna run Aurum Vale on this character, so might as well. Thanks.
Aurum Vale's fun.
It is fun, but it's not. It's optional content. Can't execute it this time. And the button for standing on the controller is the same one as making this bigger. That is actually a very weird existential crisis / not a big deal when the DPS. Sometimes this happens in 14, not as often, but if you're ever in a situation where the DPS pulls aggro, but then they just kill the thing before they're in any serious danger, I'm sort of like, all right, I'll be here to hang out. It's fine. Off tank remains the most chill experience in the game.
You really need to do something about that.
Well, yes.
Outside of Savages.
Outside of difficult content.
I mean, Extremes used to do it. Titan Extreme back in the day had a mechanic where the off-tank had to drag the ads away from everybody else so that they could put the puddles down in specific locations.
Yeah, typically what they do now is just tank busters will be given to both tanks, or somebody will have like a flare to run away with.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
Auto required tank swap. But then they just go from being an off-tank to a main tank.
Tank swapping was the extent of, normal extent of complexity in WoW. Typically it would be either a stack, like you'd get a small debuff that would keep stacking, or you'd get like hit with something that's really huge once every 2 or 3 minutes and you have to swap over. There's some fights had some interesting mechanics to it. Sometimes boss positioning would matter, like you gotta like drag the boss away or towards something. Council fights, you usually have to separate things. It's just nice to have busy work. Titan Extreme was really cheap. Kill me pushing you off.
I mean, it's easy to not get pushed off in Titan.
So for Titan, you need to be laser focused on his feet, because when that AoE slam goes out.
The AoE slam. Okay, yeah. I actually forgot he does that because I usually kill him so quick.
You need to start moving left or right almost immediately. Now, what really sucks is if you get rock jailed and they break you out right before that goes off, you are done. There is nothing you can do. You just gotta go off the arena. Back in the day,
that's the best time to do it. You just wait for the jail. Everybody gathers to the jail and wait for him to target it, and then keep the jail at 1 HP. And then as soon as he goes off, that's when you let the person go.
Hey, it's a free trip off the arena. Your hands are in the hands of fate. Sometimes that happens.
That's what you do when you want to get rid of somebody from your static. You're just like, dude, this guy sucks, keeps dying.
Keeps dying.
And then they kick him out.
100% success rate. Back in the day, anytime you fell off of an arena like that, you did not spawn back in. You were just done. You were dead. Which made Titan very awkward. Because now it's sort of like you could pick them back up after 10 seconds. They'll just sort of chuck the body out of the pit. But if your healer went over on Titan, oh, it's a dance time. Put on them shoes. Titan killed many more out of my time. He still kills people to this day.
What? This can't be real. Sorry. Keep talking.
The rocks also will screw people up. They don't understand how the rocks work. And there's like, just always everywhere, panic, panic, and they die. I still get that every once in a while in Duty Finder. What do you not believe, Portel?
Russia must be memeing. There's no way Russia is not memeing. Like, I'm trying to figure out exactly why they would do this. Russia fines Google $2.5 decillion.
Is that after quadrillion?
That's after quintillion. That's after sextillion. That's after septillion. That's after octillion. That's after nintillion. There's no... All money in the world wouldn't make this number. Even close to this number.
It's interesting.
That's an insanely large number. What are they fucking doing? You can't fine for that. The entire world would have to be drained of money in order to pay for it. 10,000 times over. Like, there's no way. This must be a stupid meme. But like, all the news is talking about it. This doesn't make sense. Like, decillion is an insane amount of zeros. I need to actually sit down. Okay, yeah, it's 33 zeros.
My brain can't comprehend that. That is...
I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. It's insane. Where did this come from? Because, like, it seems like it's over the blocking of Kremlin propaganda. That's all I can find. But nobody can pay that. It's so stupid. I can't seem to get to the bottom of it. It just seems to be because they blocked Russian propaganda. Or Kremlin propaganda, I should say.
I'll add another wrinkle to our news feed. Oh, Migar Summer changed shoulders. It's on the left shoulder now. Alright, this says 1 minute. I started the stream slightly early for this exact reason. I don't think it's happening. Final chance, Duty Finder. Final chance. That's a negatory. Alrighty. Oh well. Duty support. We get. Oh, a sale was the tank. I guess that makes sense. Not that one though. The Aery. So we get a Temple Knight, we get a Temple Chirurgeon, and we get Estinian, the Azure Dragoon. I guess it makes sense because we didn't get the boy who's an academician because he's not a scholar. He remains an academician all the way through Shadowbringers. They don't ever make him a scholar. It's not cool enough. Boy and the Dragon gay. Whee! Man, I caught her. And it him. Nidhogg only has one left eye. Where's the off switch? Sounds like he's mad. I think our Mana Cutter can take dragon fireballs. You dare use my spells against me, Potter. I thought we were gonna crash land. I'd forgotten that we just sort of shrugged it off. Hello, losers. Let's go. Alright. This button's combination. I'm 56, so I do not have... I think I have a dash, but I do not have... I do not have a spinny. I think. I'll find out. I have this at least. Yeah, I don't have the AoE spinny spender, but I think I have a dash forward. Temple Knight, please. I believe it's a gain on 3. Yeah, Shadow Derpy made it to the level 83 trial today. It's exciting times.
Oh boy.
Oh man. That trial still slaps.
Yeah, it still slaps people off the arena.
It gets spun. Wait a minute. They debated me. They started walking towards that lower area, and I'm like, no, we don't go down there, do we? And I was like, wait a minute. I've only run this dungeon 50 times. What if I was wrong?
So hey, did you guys like listening to Nintendo music on YouTube? Did you have like playlists on YouTube?
YouTube to come
Nintendo
out.
music? Because you're kind of fucked now. Nintendo introduced a brand new application that you can get a hold of called Nintendo Music, where all the Nintendo music resides. So it's extremely likely that all of the Nintendo music's about to get pulled off.
When they say
I will
all
say though,
music,
they probably all Nintendo related music.
like, are we getting Famicom up in here?
Probably.
Not saying worth it, but
We'll see. Hold on, I'm gonna go through. I really hate how I hate Nintendo already, but I fucking hate how patronizing Nintendo is with all their fucking shit that they do, their live letters, or whatever the fuck they do. Now, one thing I do think that they added to this that is actually quite interesting that I like is the spoiler prevention option.
oh, he's doing
It'll prevent you-
mechanics.
Oh, I forgot I forgot that we don't have any other character to join us. We're stuck with the Temple Knight and the.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna call him Curmudgeon, but that's not. That's not a curmudgeon.
I like Curmudgeon.
Anyway, I guess that might explain why a lot of my playlists I've been making for the mapping streams have been like empty
I wonder.
recently.
Be my turn to do mechanics. Oh wow, it went down immediately. Watch for ads. Stidion on top of it. Wow, I don't have to do the mechanics. Haha. Oh, they made the Temple Knight do it twice. That's rude. Waluigi Pinball 240p for that authentic DS experience. Some of the, I've noticed that, I don't know if this is intentional, but some of the tanks are more derpy than others.
I think there might actually be like an intentional AI thing with that.
I know when they introduced trust, I should be walking. When they introduced trust, they had mentioned that some people, like the characters specifically, did better mechanics than others. Like Ishtola is going to be on top of her game 99% of the time. So if you see Ishtola doing something, you should pay attention. You know, but then Alice may get a little bloodthirsty. Understandable.
Alice waits for that LB. He's watching the LB bar, and as soon as the LB bar fills frame one, I'm casting the Red Mage one.
Very true. Having her and I think Estinian also pretty much goes after it all the time. Like the two of them will both. You just hear Estinian seething because the limit break was stolen.
Alpino is an idiot that likes to get you killed. It's my favorite one.
He does.
The amount of times I've had to do fucking content with him and the team, and he just, oh, it does an AoE. I'm going to stand where the Warrior of Light is currently standing.
Unfortunately, Urianze is not the best at doing mechanics. He gets distracted by something he read once.
He pulls out his Blue Eyes White Dragon and decides he has to read the card text, and then he gets caught.
So I was running, I think, Malik as well, and Urianze was down, like, I don't know, opening 3 minutes into the fight. Bad times. And it took Alice about 2.5 minutes to realize she was a red mage. I'm just like, you know what? This is all on brand. Alice is too busy. Res people, I'm in my melee combo. You're not in a melee combo. I will be soon. You have no mana. Soon is soon. Get the voice actor. Some of the voice actors will basically say any meme for the internet points. Oh, come on. Ah, that's what I'm doing wrong. Oh, it's such an awkward level. Your AoE Genki Spender's not available. Have to change bars to use Genki. It's fine, it's only for the Aery. Yeah, having him just he can do like dramatic rereadings of like Yu-Gi-Oh episodes where they like read those cards out. Be funny too. These are all free ideas, no royalties. If they get done, I'll just know and I'll smile. Urianger is my favorite scion. I will need no convincing that Urianger is a badass. He's also Brute Bomber at Mumkar. Alright, you bitches all here? You bitches are all here. Oh, I got hit. He knocked me out of my cast! This button. Yeah, you can have it. Go on, do it! Ah, yes. This fight is much better than it used to be, but I do sort of miss the goofy bombs. Ah, I went through arm's reach, you son of a bitch! Alright, now you're actually gonna die. How dare you? It is such a good idea that they let you get those mounts through the Tombstone events so you can just enjoy them and not just lament that you don't have people that can help you with it. Oh, I was about to say, there's no way they let me out of that. They didn't. Free money. lesser Aery dragon. Sorry, buddy. It's just on your name card. I think you're fine. There is a math to it, if you wanted to do the math, where it's you do like guild cost versus convenience cost versus how many Skybuilder scripts do I need for this thing again? Never mind, I'm just gonna get it here. Fun fact, if you run fast enough, those pillars will kill you. Just kidding. That's a meme I heard one day. Your ring? What ring do you have? Oh, never mind. Running the King Extreme for the music. Orchestrion rolls. That's a farm. It's a farm and a half, and sometimes I missed it. Oh well. There's no getting it back, guys. I'm sorry. Got things to do. Moogelmog glamours. That's a nice price. If you're into the decent business. It's a real easy farm. Easier now that they redid the fight. Just you. No, it's not. Well, you're pretty dead. Oh, these guys are down. Cheer up, buddy. The Dragonstyle War will be over soonish. Yeah. Horses are fun. The horse is passable, I suppose. I have no grudge against the horse. Back in the day, it was about as close as you can get to having a dragon mount. And then you've got actual dragon mounts. The bird is alright. The wolf is awesome. The Gwyber is triple decker awesome. Oh, it's the lad. It's Mr. Angry Bones. By my brother's eye, you will die. Excuse me, what? Gang's all here? Baloney granted strength. Yeah. No, come back, please. We're learning raid mechanics.
I'm actually kind of glad that they incorporate.
This is such a good idea logistically. And then
I was gonna say the original fight never did this.
No.
So it was a really good idea to add it for this fight.
I'm back. Yeah, all these mechanics are just the stuff that he does. Oh, we have a Medica 2. Oh no, she cast Cure 2. Okay, can't be fun, right? Nah! My Bigaris! Ah, it's fine. Didn't you, thank you. Oh, just barely enough. No, my dot. Come on, guys, his ranker's getting higher. Alright, we got it. No, his rage will consume. I cast that way too early. I'm back. I want to proceed with the violence. We are treacherous mortals.
Your guard is down.
Stay in now. Oh, it's not quite. Oh, we're not Act Morning yet. It's Act Night. I don't think we're gonna get Limit Break 3. Nope. Bonk! Got a Stinian. Cinnamon roll mini cakes, yeah. That stuff is dangerous. They come out one day and they're like, cinnamon buns need a prescription. I'll be like, valid. Go complain to your brother, Nidhogg. Oh, look at him, cool guy pose. They're happy. Oh, Katayama? How are we looking? Looks like, oh, that's not bad. Sword is a sword. Is a sword. Treasure. Paladin's Turfling arms. Beautiful. No comms. It's fine. Keeler probably got him.
I'll be right back, bud.
Eyeballs say stop. He's mad.
go, worm! This ends here!
It's okay, Viola, we're in a cutscene. Got him in the eye. That one's not red.
You gifted my people 1,000 years of suffering. Now I gift you an eternity in darkness.
Hang on a minute, Mom's calling. Oh, we're letting crystals up again. Boop. That's 3. The OGs.
They are ours, Lord Eldrath. The eyes of Nidhogg.
Aye. The worm lies broken and my father is avenged. With the wellspring of his vitality thus denied him, Nidhogg shall not linger long in this world. But behold the terrible price we have paid. My sire is dead. So many brother knights slain. We traded our honor for the strength which now courses in our veins. And still we are forced to make such sacrifice.
But not in vain, my lord. Kreisvelga is the only great worm left in Dravania, and he dares not leave his lair. With Nidhogg's eyes in your possession, who now can challenge the might of Ishgard, ascend the throne, and take your rightful place as the ruler of our people?
Nay, my friend. I must forsake the mantle of king. Though Nidhogg be defeated, his wormling horde yet darkens the skies with wings beyond counting. As one who partook of Ratatoska's strength, it shall be my penance to bear a knight's arms until death grants me leave to retire. When that day comes, no prince shall perish, but a hell's-bound hunter of dragons.
But Lord Haldreth, what then shall become of the royal line?
Think of your people, my lord. Without a king, who will the common man turn to in his hour of need? How will he find his way without your benevolent hand to guide him?
These are also all the ancestors of the major houses. There's Desmail. This is Fort Taunt.
I thank you, Sir Flavian and Sir Silvertrill. for dispelling my remaining doubts. With men of such wisdom and compassion in service to the realm, tis plain that Ishgard has no need of a king. But if you must bow to the demands of tradition, you need look no further than yourselves for one worthy to wear the crown. Fare thee well, my brother knights, my loyal friends. On these shoulders shall I bear the weight of my father's sins. With this lance shall I repay the debt accrued through our misdeeds.
Visor down. Sometime later.
What cruel jest has fate played upon us? Have we seized this desperate victory only to lose a king?
We can but act as our lord has bid. We few who remain must divide between us the rulership of Ishgard and her people.
Not I. My oath was to Lord Haldrath, and he alone. If he is not to be king, then I would hang up my shield as well.
Will you abandon us too, sir?
I would wash my hands of blood and betrayal, and take up an honest trade. Mayhap I shall serve ale instead of sharpened steel.
Worth noting that the inn in Foundation is called the Forgotten Knight, implying he's the one who started it.
We four, then.
Forton, Heilenat, Dyrendare, and Zemail. But 4 houses to rule all of Ishgard.
And what of the throne?
We keep it empty. Until the day a king rises once more, we must assume the role of stewards. We shall shape our nation anew with a history of our own making, and let the truth of this dark day die here, upon the battlefield.
What ails you, friend? Are you wounded?
Just echo things.
You have borne witness to history. To the culmination of the first battle with Nidhogg. The legend of Ishgard's founding tells that our ancestors were led to the land of Kurthus by the valiant King Thordan. In the midst of their journey, they came to a wide chasm, where they were set upon by a great worm, Nidhogg. A furious battle then ensued, with Thordan leading the van. Though the brave king was slain defending his people, his son, Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon, fought on undaunted. And with a mighty thrust of his lance, he gouged out Nidhogg's eye, forcing the wicked creature into retreat. Thus, did this eldritch orb become a sacred treasure of Ishgard, lending its power to every knight deemed worthy to bear the title of Azure Dragoon. A rousing tale, is it not? Would that I could still believe it. But your vision, which we must accept as immutable truth, leaves no room for doubt. Save on one point. If Haldrath took both of Nidhogg's eyes, Then how came this eye to be lodged in the worm's skull?
Ooh, free eye.
Beneath every answer we unearth, another question lies buried.
And we fly out. I'm sure Horatio would like Dragon Eyes. I'm sure anybody would. Well, the whole corrupting thing, maybe not.
'Twas a fierce battle, but one I knew we would win. Your fame is well deserved, warrior of light. Full proud am I to have fought at your side. I would fain return with all swiftness to Ishgard to inform the Lord Commander of our tribe.
Oops, sorry, Sinian.
But we must first have words with Hraesvelgr. There are parts of this tale that the worm has kept from us, and I would know wherefore.
Let's go talk to the other one. No event horizon emotes. Well, where we're going, we don't need eyes. The Nidhogg has fallen, my heart is yet heavy, and the stain of corruption pleases me not. When all has been put to rest, I must needs forge my armor anew. Must needs, wait for it. Mana Cutter Key and Ether Current. Am I gonna get it? Yeah, suck it. Alright, time to go. Nidhogg fallen, none save Hraesvelgr remains to answer our questions. Nidhogg is not going to answer your question, Justinian. Lights are lit. He lingers the zenith all the better. I'd have her hear the truth from the dragon's maw. Oh. Is she still there? She's still there. Ah, the flying! I did see your company issue Chocobo, Night Fiend. Oh, hang on a minute. Which one is it? Did I not? I thought I put this macro on. Am I blind? Tipo blind? Oh, interesting. Did it remember that I use this macro on my other character? Odd. I typically will go back and forth as to whether or not I'm using mount music based on my mood, and I was in the mood to do it then, but they do not have Eden music on the Shadowkeeper mount, which I feel like is a bungling. I sort of understand why, but at the same time, it's right there. I don't know. Anyway, hi, Stinian, what do you got to say? Anything funny? She's not see a scarce move since we parted. Hraesvelgr's confession will soon shake her from her stupor. It was you, is it not? The furious screams of the dragons carried far. You have slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not arouse Hraesvelgr to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm and a mystery that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragonsong War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. It's time you learn the truth of its beginning. The whole truth! And nothing but the truth shall help you, Eidolon. Time for a toot. Still anyone's guess as to whether it just plays the song itself or if the Warrior of Light got like really good at bugling when we weren't like. Though to be fair, the Warrior of Light will learn the piano and the firmament in about 10 minutes. So we can just chalk this up to yet another thing that the Warrior of Light is good at.
That the Warrior of Light learning the piano is one of my favorite cutscenes in the entire game.
Hi, buddy. Nice yellow eye you got there. I didn't go to check, but it'd be nice if you had some sort of a... It's fine. It'd be nice if you had some sort of a buff that you had the eye. Though there'd be some really weird-ass meta. Just like, in order to do proper Savage Tier Prog, you need to do New Game Plus, and you need to stop after the Aery, and then you run around with this buff forever. They do it too. It's fine. Still waiting on that hat. On my main, I have basically an entire page of my retainer filled with spite hats. Visual buff would be fine. Like a cosmetic buff that's to say carrying the eye. The Yoshi P check.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Dun dun dun! Camera work, if you noticed in this scene, I love that the little subtle things. They're more obvious about showing the eyeball now. We gave it back because we're not bad people. Restvegel's depth perception has drastically increased. Uh-oh, another headache. Bonk. I'm in the middle of a show. What do you want? Yes, there's a bit of sinocular vision going on. Nidhogg being a jerk. It'd be great in the outtakes Yeah, you do the oh. You do the impassioned speech, and then like Nidhogg's talking to the wall, and Hraesvelgur's over there on the side. You've been peeking.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
This one so in Ela.
Get out of here, kid.
I'm fire. Koloman. Tolos Ineskla. Kas Echichiso. Sekmon Inaan. Srei Snowfall in Sithi.
Man, you're welcome, loser. $571 gil, yes. That's all we got to say. Thus betrayal beget unending vengeance. A lot of people up here today doing cutscenes. 56 gear. Though he lifted not a single claw, it would seem that Hraesvelgur wreaked his own matter of vengeance against us. ... More cutscenes.
'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg. But I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
So weird when the hero says it.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other? Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard?
The game is afoot!
Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom? At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return. Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragon Song War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us.
Oh, now.
Let us away, Warrior of Light. The people must be saved from themselves.
Wait! I would join you!
Well, then start running.
There has been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
Damnable war. And off we go. Got table.
A small army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence.
We all just sat in silence for 5 minutes, hanging out before we talked.
But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault, and the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Your will be done.
Da-da-da.
The moment is at hand. Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment.
Teas are popping.
It is time for the Bringer of Light to die.
No! I don't wanna. Ooh, lighting effects. There's a lot of stuff that needs to happen before we get to Vault. I don't think Vault's today. We're gonna settle this, and then we're gonna be doing about a lot of mucking about.
Comrades, sheathe your swords. There is no need for further bloodshed.
My lady!
She has come. Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more!
What?
Aye, it is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the Great Worm low! The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends! He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead!
Is he dead?
Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
Have we lost?
No, my friend. Far from it. At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it. Peace?
Man, I was gonna hit somebody with a sword.
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
Yep, and we're back. Aestinian. Let's see how long this peace lasts. They love their stealth missions. Starting in Endwalker, it doesn't go away, by the way. They get easier. I don't know if that makes them better. I don't mind it. It's sort of like a screwing around. I don't know what's wrong with killing 5 boars in between quest points, but if they don't want to do that, at least do something, I suppose. That was rather too close for comfort, but 'twould seem that calm is returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamors with 1,000 questions. You return to Ishgard as the oddest of company, my friend. Let's see here. I'll wear silver piece. Orthodox Mayhem. Ooh, I'm 66. Nidhogg Slayer. Yeah. Unbeliever. Unbeliever or Nidhogg Slayer? Actually, I'm gonna look at all of them. Yeah. Kind of like Unbeliever more. I'm leaving it. More pants. Yeah, I don't have any of the cool ones yet. I might get them. At some point, I do need to have an interlude and do all the samurai quests, because they're rock solid. I started doing the samurai ones, but didn't do the good parts of it. They're all good parts, I guess. And the follow-up, well, I think that's why I didn't, because the follow-up, you need to be able to go to Kugane in order to finish the samurai quests. And I'm like, well, I'm not there yet. You don't have to do the first half to do the second half, but I kind of want to binge them and just do them all in one straight line. I think that's what I told myself. I'm going through all of the samurai quests are awesome. Red Maid's quests are awesome. Danger quests are interesting. Gunbreaker's quests are awesome for about 90% of it, and then 10% of it makes me incredibly disappointed. Reaper quests are a hell of a lot of fun. Sage quests are passable. Pictomancer is good stuff, and Viper's... Well, I haven't finished Viper. I think I know how it's going to end. It's not terribly compelling. Do the Paladin ones. I will never stop making fun of the Paladin quests. It's too much fun. Yeah, only one of these has a bad Reaper. Oh God. The amount of badassery just in such a small amount of time. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Reaper stuff's good. Yeah, I'm going through all of them. Astrologian's hilarious. It's a really, really good dry humor in that one. Credit to Reaper having one of my favorite... Yeah, dude. Dude. The Sage one's fine. I'm thinking about it. Like, the story that the Sage questline went through, it's like, it's fine. It's serviceable. Solid. But then really they just did it done dirty because, like, sitting next to it is the Reaper. Reaper's just... Actually, yeah, if you're doing melee DPS, you're just going to have a good time. Well, Monk. Monk gets better, though. No, to be fair, everybody's good in Shadowbringers. Even the freaking Paladin has a good quest in Shadowbringers. Shadowbringers ended with a bang. Oh my God, dude! I haven't heard Paladin quest. Oh my God, I don't even. It might be worth it to level a Paladin just to show how horrible these quests are. The rare L in the 14 quest line are these Paladin quests, but it's one of those things that I almost don't know if I want them to fix it, because it's just good to have this one turd just in the row of perfection. You're just like, oh wow, look at this. This is a really good story. This is a really good story. It's like, who put this here? Who done them Paladins dirty? Who let this happen? And then you just keep going, just like, good story, good story, good story. 60 to 70 Paladins didn't get a quest. That's why they were so good. That's why. Oh, they're just like, you know what? This whole weird free Paladin thing and running around on a lake showing job stones to each other, it's just not clicking for us. Let's just go back to our roots and get back to and start fighting people. It's like, yes. To be fair, that is something that was a common theme across a lot of the jobs. The warrior, you got back in touch with the marauder. Mild to moderate ninja spoilers, but people come back. Karasu, the true ninja trainer. I'll hear nothing otherwise. It is... I do like the role quests, but I do miss the flavor of the job quests. What happened is, starting with Shadowbringers, they consolidated all of the quest lines that were based on your class or job. And so instead of there being a samurai quest and a ninja quest and a monk quest and a dragoon quest, there was a melee DPS role quest. And some of this was done because I'm pretty sure somebody did the math and realized that if they kept doing job quests up through Dawn Trail, that they would need to be writing 22 sets of job quests, and everybody has to be doing something. And they're just like, never mind that. So they scrunched it down. They do this also for crafting quests. and gathering quests, and that before there was a miner quest, there's a botanist quest, there's a fishing quest. Well, there still is a fishing quest, because fishing quests are so good and remain so good. I will fight people over fishing quests. It's so good in this game. Anyway. And so the fact that they had fewer quests for Disciples of the Hand, the Land, War, and Magic meant that they could sort of like have a better told story, so that it was net better. And yes, in Shadowbringers you need to do one of the role quests in order to finish the MSQ. They do not have that requirement going forward. So in Endwalker you do not need to do anything with the Radiants, and in Dawn Trail you do not need to do anything at all with the Unbound. I will end up doing the melee DPS one as Viola. Dude, I can as the lunatic who's done almost every single side quest and quest that they let me do in this game, I would recommend that. Both sets of quests for the crafters, the gatherers, and the fighty people. If you do all of the role quests in that hub, there will be a capstone quest that encapsulates everything that everybody was doing together. For Shadowbringers, I would say that's required reading, even though it's not, and a whole lot of people haven't done it. For Shadowbringers specifically, I would highly recommend it. Also because there's only the 4 cardinal sins, so it means you only need to do 4. They started doing 5 when they got to Endwalker. Which is not that it's a bad thing, but if you feel like you need to force your way through them, do the Shadowbringers ones, because the follow-up to the Shadowbringers quest is really, really good, and loops back to a bunch of other stuff that happens, which is also really, really good. The culmination for the Blasphemy quests is pretty damn good too. It's a fun quest. You get a custom fight. Certain people show up, but that's neither here nor there. The capstone quest for Dawn Trail comes out in 7.1. That's one of the things I am looking forward to in 7.1, among other things. New Alliance trade, more. They did not actually. Well, Letter to the Producer is Friday, so we're gonna get all the deets on 7.1 in a couple days. But yeah. It's good stuff. And fishing now remains the only class that gets its own quest forever. And fishing's the only one that deserves it. But that's so good and damn fun. 7.1 is going to be mid-November. We're definitely going to get a trailer and a release date on Friday. They have said mid-November in previous discussions. Endwalker has a metric ton of cutscenes. There's a lot of watching crap. So from a just from a sheer time investment, it may be a bit rough to try to binge Dawn Trail or binge Endwalker to get the Dawn Trail. I mean, by all means, go ahead. The more the merrier. It's 14. It's good. Endwalker is... I'd say Endwalker's top 3. Heavensward, Shadowbringers, Endwalker. In whatever order you choose. Stormblood and Dawn Trail get to stay awkwardly by the punch. Stormblood's still good though. Stormblood is held up by multiple very strong pillars. Anyway, that was a ramble. Sorry to anybody who's actually watching this for story content. Dawn Trail is a hard... So, Dawn Trail story is fine. there's interesting parts of it. There's cool plot twists. There's a nice story. There's good characters. In a vacuum, if you were to pick up and play Dawn Trail, you're like, okay, this is a fun story. There's some good stuff going on. Compared to the rest of 14, it is a weak spot.
Wait, are you guys talking about Dawn Trail right now?
Oh no, we've summoned the beast.
Right. See, I had a feeling, so I'm gonna leave. I'll leave and let you guys talk about it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It came up on the side.
No, I've already left.
dude, I was telling this to Tatsu. Once I get to in 3 years' time or however long it's going to take me to get Viola down the Dawn Trail, like there's going to be entire sections of that stream that I'm not going to need to say a word because it's just going to be you and Tatsu just going at it. I'm just going to be front.
That's Tatsu actually gets on to do it. Tatsu, you need to actually get the VC whenever we get to Dawn Trail so we can complain about it.
Oh goodness. There are more.
Also, don't use a phrase like "we summon the V," please.
It's a Devil May Cry 5 reference. Anyway, yeah, there'll be some roasting going on.
Dude. Alright, I'll let you continue the story, but like, I don't know why. Last night I was just thinking about the story again and Dawn Trail and how much I hate it and how I hate it more now. I'm just thinking of more things about it. Every time I think about it, I just. But yeah, I'll let you get on with your fun story.
We gotta offline. We gotta. Oh, actually, probably. Maybe not. Well, in future, Tatsu actually had some interesting ideas about how you could fix it.
I mean, I'm actually kind of curious to hear them. I feel like it wouldn't be difficult to fix it, but I'm curious to see what he would say. To have like if he's got a unique idea I didn't think of, that'd be cool. If you had a unique idea that the writers somehow didn't think of, that'd be cool.
I'll give him a few minutes to chime in if he wants to talk about it. We can always still talk about it later. We'll have a ramble. We can have a good old ramble.
We can talk about it later. We're sitting on Heaven's Ward right now, and we're sitting in front of Hoshifonti.
I'm really
so we could probably just continue with Hoshifonti.
Still right on. Anyway, yes, the Dawn Trail is definitely serviceable. It's content. Anyway, so Harsafon.
It's content. We'll go with that.
It's content. Look, you want dungeons, right? You need more shared fate to do. We got you covered. So yeah, here it's Harsafon, about as close to a boyfriend that the Warrior of Light's gonna have canonically. Anyway, I confess, I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of the Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, Viola? There's a lot of stuff with dragons, and they're mad. And... Beg pardon? You traveled to the Churning Mist together, along with Astenian? Never was there a more unlikely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg dead, the heretics pacified. Father and Sir Aemeric must know of this. Bless his roundness. One of the few things that I will permit Giga Chadley to say. Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Aemeric to Fort Tont Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well. Hope you guys wanted more cutscenes. Or they spit me out. I gambled on it being a short walk. That's astrologian. Not done a lot of people watching today. Watch Senior Fluffy Butt with 1 T. Actually, I'm just right there. Just like it. I wasn't actually right there. Yeah, I think that things settle down here. We're gonna go off into the woods. Because we have yet to find... Because we get to find... I think we find... Dankred first. Then we find... Stola. And then we don't find Menphilia. I forget... where Ida and Papolino pop into that. But I think some of that we're going to deal with now. And then we'll circle back once we hear about Archbishop's son, and that starts the chain of events that leads to the vault. Alright, let's see. Alphino, still working on his brattiness.
Praise Halone, you are safe.
My safety was never in doubt, Father. For I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
That's the Harsafont fist pump. He has his own emote. Or we're giving them the info dump.
The infamous Lady Iceheart, here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his Knights 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
Does the vault happen sooner?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the Highborn needed men to lead, and the Lowborn men to follow.
No, you don't.
Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question.
Probably won't be doing the vault
Lady
today.
Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more. A divided Ishgard will not survive.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
All right, so I think that's what's happened. He's gone off to get himself arrested, and then we're going to be busy
My
with other
lady,
things.
Is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emeric prone.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him, that which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it, even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone, but I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
That Sir Emeric is the Archbishop's bastard son. Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children, but even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labor to believe it. Sir Emeric is truly the Archbishop's son.
He doesn't even have a beard.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the vault myself.
More heresy.
Hear, hear. The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emeric's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emeric more than ever, and we may be his only hope. There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Well, he said it.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
It's one of the few times that, like, the nod was just a good, yep, me too. And it would have worked even if the character could talk.
I thank you all for your support.
Meanwhile, what do you punks have to say? No fear, my arm will not falter, my shield will not break. I promise you we shall prevail. Ah, he said it. I mean, he's pretended to consider another course. We must risk the fortunes of our house to bring this truth to light, then so be it. Are you truly prepared to do this? Face the heavens ward in battle. He said the name! Assistance most welcome. I fear it will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. Let's recruit these silver pieces to our cause. Oh! We're gonna see the jackals. Yeah, that's a good amount. That's a good way to kill some time. But how are we to carry out this bold endeavor? Even with an army of knights at our backs, a direct assault on the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You're correct. Not even the assembled might of House Forton and the Temple Knights could be sufficient. With the support of another party, we may yet stand a chance. Speak of one of the other high houses? Precisely the opposite. I speak of revolutionaries rumored to reside in the Broom. 'Twas the disgruntled Asgardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. Of course, if their hatred of the Holy See drove them to such deeds, then they might as well be persuaded to assist in Sir Aemeric's rescue, knowing the truth he would lay bare. Yep. The Temple Knight and sworn servant of the Holy See and enemy overtures I make are doomed to fail, but as outsiders, the two of you may receive a warmer welcome. Will your brothers heed your command if you order them to stand aside? Dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. They'll gladly watch and wait while the Highborn fight amongst themselves. Should hurry to the Forgotten Knight. Tataru may have knowledge of the revolutionaries. Stoic nod. Tataru knows everything. I think it's in Stormblood that Tataru actually gangs up on you and just bludgeons your body sizes out of you. Evil Tataru, what is this? Tataru scheme, beautiful. Alright. Aether current? Crap. Oh, well, we gotta do it. Sir Chloe Bont, third son of House Helenard, was surprised to see none of the Rose Knights from Camp Cowtop in attendance. Not that they should abandon the camp, at the very least expected to see Ron Tremont and perhaps Lady Laniette in attendance. I'm sure she's a reason for not attending, but Ron Tremont is a dear friend of mine. I know how he cared for Sarah Chloe Black. They worked quite closely together for many years, now to the very end. Princess Tim, the battle standard raised during the ceremony. I'm certain he would have attended if he could. At the very least, I would think he'd appreciate a memento. Alright, slight subtle hint that we're going to see. Wait a minute. If we're going to the Sea of Clouds, then that's been too long. It's been too long. Because I know Varys is going to show up and flip everyone off at some point. And that's when we go to the top half of the Sea of Clouds. But I forget why we go to hang out with the Vanu to begin with. Burning hot minute on that one. We'll find out. Once things start happening, I'll be like, oh yeah. Hello, buddy. I'm actually curious. Never mind. Not that curious.
I thought you'd already figured it out. Oh, you're talking about the game.
I have figured it out. We're sick. Good to see you. How did they manage to escape the chaos in the streets? Gibrillon and the others barricaded the door until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully. What about you two? What came of your journey? Oh, there's dragons and stuff. And firewood. Not serious. It was Sir Aemeric thinking. I mean, the way you two talk about it, I wouldn't believe. Anyway, I've heard rumors of the people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be of much use. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that they live by someone called the Mongrel. I call her the badass, but the Mongrel also works. A queer moniker, if ever I've heard of one, mayhap will make the individual in question easier to find. Yeah, I knew. Well, logistically, here's how I knew that we weren't doing the vault. So, Aery's 55. Vault is a 57 dungeon, and this is a 56 quest. So we have an entire level of faffing about before Sir Aemeric is going to get his ass arrested and we have to go spring him. So from a meta perspective, I knew the vault was a little while away. Also, we just done the Aery, and
don't ruin it, Flame. Aemeric's going to run away if you tell the story. If you read the script out loud.
I'm sorry. Have I been doing that? Oh shit! I didn't mean to.
Unless you're going to tell me you're some sort of incarnation of a Zem or something.
No.
Also,
Oh.
the stream's a bit laggy for me, so I don't know what you did.
I don't know what I did. I don't have drop frames.
Well, you aren't streaming on Discord, that's why.
Ah, yes, I'm not streaming on Discord. I can. Oh, I'm about to be
It's
done.
up to yourself.
I'm about to be
you're
done.
about to be done, so it's fine.
Yeah, sorry.
It's just when you made your noise, I was like, I was just watching you walk down the stairs, and I was like, what the hell happened?
A mongrel, not sure I catch your meaning. To a blue blood, we're all of us dogs down here. If I stand about right here, people think I'm doing carpenter quests. If you told, I doubt anyone will be willing to speak of this mongrel, but we may still be able to confirm that Tatar's information is correct. First, the people here are a bit standoffish, but a little effort and a lot of parley, I've managed to make plenty of friends. Speak up, I can't hear as well as I used to. Are you whispering? I swear I can't hear a word you're saying. Ah, it doesn't do anything else. The broom rat. I don't know what goddamn thing about the mongrel, but if I did, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you. Oh, they're actually throwing them at me. Oh, hang on, maybe not. Yeah, they are. That's a nice touch. I like that. Subtle, not so subtle.
You don't... Yeah, it is actually really subtle for an effect that you're pretty sure you only get to see during this part of the story. I think they stopped doing it after a while.
Yeah, well, once once the mongrel gives the no, it's okay, they're cool, doesn't happen again. Maybe it
I'm fine if they're throwing snowballs if I get to throw them back.
Right?
Cast Blizzard 4.
Just lucky I'm not my Fireface kid. Down. Oh, we gotta go to talk to the rodents. That's right. Where are you losers? Down here? Okay, you guys didn't move. Get what quest you're due. A single shred of information. Just as I expected, these revolutionaries would not have evaded capture for so long without the masses' complicity. Still, it's good to know that Tatara's ears are as sharp as ever. Da 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 da. Frustrating though it may be. We must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the broom, why not go and see if Gidbril knows aught of value? As proprietor of the Forgotten Knight, surely he must have heard whispers of the mongrel before. We can only hope that he'll be more forthcoming than the others. Down. You know, people long for a sympathetic ear, but they need to know what it comes with tight lips. Discretion, Viola. That's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by the highborn and lowborn alike. Least I can do is point you in the right direction, but to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. So happens there's a hunter up in the Crozier who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me. Fetch quest. That is a low-level carpenter. Get it. Get that crafting. Oh, hello, I'm a Menowin. Say, the tales they are telling in the streets. Lady Iceheart, infamous leader of the heretics, a ravishing beauty? You say her hair is white as ice. I wonder if that's the color of the... All right, my boy, you're still there. Fancy that. Lord, the leer is most unbecoming. Hello, Hulking Hunter. Dear Gilbron's Elrond girl. Good, good. How's he doing? Same as always? Right, right. Anyway, I hope he appreciates how much trouble I had to get through on account of his bloody herbs. Tell him enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more next year. $1 million question. Disgusting. That's not it. There we go. It's all of the side hustle stuff. It's just cheeky things. I don't think you ever get anything too crazy in a side chat. Actually, that's not true. I take that back. You absolutely do. Not that one though. It's 9 times out of 10 the person's right there to talk to, and about 2 times out of 3 it's just filler talk. And so it's that small chance that it's somebody hidden in the corner who's gonna throw some truth bombs at you. Yeah, if you talk to Kahikwa at certain points, she says some very interesting things. That is for a while. Hand him over or not? The nameless flora has a pleasant enough scent to suggest it is most likely not poisonous. I just ought to do it. With a few other spices, I can make it just like she used to. There are a few things which stir the hearts of men like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people, and who knows what stories they'll share. Story of giving me more elegant silver pieces, I see. Now I think on it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Hierith is her name, and she resides in the Pillars. She's a maidservant to some noble house or another, I forget. Anyway, be a shame she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? Da, 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 da. Oh, she's down here? No. Or there. Stand over here. Oh, what's the name of it? Yes. If I stand right here, people think I'm doing the Scholastic A quest. And I'm about to get a truth bomb. I think it's over here that you go talk with Sir Aemeric, which is him whining and dining you almost shamelessly. Its wine is cooled after its first mulling and allowed to sit for a fortnight before mulling a second time with a fresh muslin bag of spices for delivery to one Hyaritha. I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame she was taken in by that baron. He cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear, but those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. 'Twas not more than infatuation what she felt, but she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, God, it's a scandal. I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but that it was with a cure made it so much, well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service, cast out onto the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. Ba-ba-da-ba. Still not. I don't know why I got it in my head that it's 3 up. Whatever. Easy fix. Whoop. So the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though. Real bunch's faces amounts. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Gerald Dieu, for example. Surely you've heard of him? No? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the brew, a man of many vows, but none of which prohibits spirituous beverages. Aye, if ever there's a man who deserves a drink, it'd be him. That's what we're for. I knew it. I knew this punk had something. This is what this punk has. All these blessings be upon you, miss. It's the same description. Set. How reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child. Yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, so full of love for her fellow man. 'Twas that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. That little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying. Even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember a day she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out as if searching for her mother's face in the mists. Correct number of clicks this time. She's a remarkable woman, Viola. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future, for her daughter's future. Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us and divides us in the end. It's the legacy of our parents, Viola, and we can't escape it no matter how hard we try. So the mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. This is where the Heavensward writing really starts to kick in good. That's the wrong door, dumbass. 100% muscle memory. Nice Durgu. It's a magnanimous warrior. Still looking for your mongrel? Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around if you know where to look, or did you fancy someone specific? Huh. See if you're paying attention. Also, the first answer is the correct answer, so if you're just clicking through this blindly, you accidentally upon it. Oh, someone's got unusual taste. Afraid I can't help you, though. Won't, rather. It's bloody obvious you ain't at the broom. Did you think I'd just tell you because you asked nicely? Oh, he went back inside. So we'll meet up with Hilda. I guess we're gonna deal with Thancred and all that after the vault. Got my wires crossed. Level 60 Fisher quest. That was a trial. There's no Feast of Famine, but nothing is.
Dude, Feast of Famine, unironically, hardest quest in the entire
hardest
game.
quest! No guide will help you. No wiki. Well, you'll need one.
Dude, but to the people who fucking did this back when A Realm Reborn was still the thing,
holy
crap! Fucking salute!
Holy
I salute
crap.
you. The effort that had to have gone in to find that shit was insane. I actually kind of like that in a way because I feel like a lot of people, obviously in the community, must have collaborated together and spoke on the forums about, oh, I found this fish finally. It's over here. We don't have any shit like that in this game. Well, we kind of did. We had one puzzle in Endwalker with a shit reward. But outside of that, we haven't had another puzzle like that in a while, and I kind of miss them.
It should give a title. Like you can give the level 89 ring if you want, but a title is the prestige.
Mm-hmm. It's like nobody's gonna be looking at this unique ring I have. It's not even unique because it's a coffer.
It's a coffer. So
anyway, I've ranted about this 100 times.
We'll go get Hilda. They'll probably call it on Hilda.
I thought you just like jabbed your toe or something there.
No, I'm thinking about how much more stuff. Anyway, our Mongrel was born of an Elves nobleman and a Huron maidservant. Granted, it's no location, but it's far more information than we had before. And yes, now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. That shit-eating grin. Bro has a patent for it. It's so good. There must be a way we could draw the Mongrel out into the open. Mayhap we can discuss this with Tataru. Speaking of which, where is Tataru? Oh, confound it. She went below to make inquiries on her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly. I have a premonition this is not going to end well. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. There'll be some brutes. We're going to outbrute them. We'll meet her. And then there's going to be a fight. No sign of Tataru. Still throwing snowballs down there. Sabotender sword. You're in here somewhere. Not seen the potato. There she is. Can I said anything? It's Buffoon A and Buffoon B. Those are boxes.
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here?
Alfredo tries to get his manliest voice.
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Hold on. I've seen them around. They're in and out of House 4 Tom's Manor all the time.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Hilda!
Lay a finger on the blue blood's pups, and you're like to lose the hand. And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
Oh, it's so good! It's so good! Four lines and she's already won you over. Hi there, Golden. Golden, what else? Also, Filthy Fellow. And Beggarly Fellow. I don't know if they ever get names. They're just peons that follow her around. I love it. Can't even get a name. It's like the Order of the Twin Adder guy who hangs out with Kenny Senna. That you don't get to hear about him for a long time. He's just a dude in the background.
They'll have him in the back pocket. Whenever they're running out of fucking lore content, we're gonna get a full storyline with this guy.
I want it. This would be like the return of the Postmaster quests, where you run around and you hear about all the little bit characters in A Realm Reborn. He's first in line. I want it. Hilda in general is just an untapped resource waiting to be used.
Honestly, yes. I'm kind of surprised we have not done a lot more with Hilda.
I have tinfoil hat theories.
Ooh.
Well, scratch that. I have fan fiction theories.
I mean, sometimes they're right. Sometimes fanfiction has been right.
Anyway, that's a novel I'm not actually writing for another time. Anyway, before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private, eh? The Forgotten Knights say. They'll let me. I think if you're far enough away, they throw it at each other. Yeah. Oh, they don't throw. Oh, no, there they go. Yeah. So they're playing with each other, and then they see the bits come in, and they're like, "Get this out of here." Yeah, this will be a good stopping point, and that'll probably lead us. Really? Do not leave the town? I scarce believe it. Ooh, you're glowing, Hilda. All right, we are definitely gonna have a fight. Oh, we have a fight with the Heavensward bitch. That's right. We fight him once, and then we go into the vault and we fight him again. Trying to think. This could be 15 minutes. Might be longer. Fuck it. Don't wake the Centurion merchant. He's sleeping. Oh, give him the business. Dragon Song War. Nidhogg. Lineage.
So, while you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
Poor guy on the left hit his maximum limit of what he could fathom in a day in about 5 minutes, and he just doesn't know what to do anymore.
Eh? What are they on about?
The high houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thordan and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Is he simple? What a line. Oh my god. I gotta bust that one out. Everybody says something stupid like, is he simple?
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emmerich to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
If Sir Emmerich is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
What in the hells?
Ah, the unmistakable scent of heresy.
There he is. Ah, bless that man.
And what do we have here? The honored guests of House Fortom consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do. Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
The Namazu quests might be the best society quest in the game. It's absolutely gangbusters and never stops being good. The was it Velodaya, the Naga? That quest is good for everybody around the main character. She keeps good company, but she is boring. And then not Soroban. Was Soroban part of it? No, he's Four Lords. Yeah, but the blue shell turtle, that quest is actually shockingly good. I'm not gonna say anything about it. Suffice to say that there are things they do in that quest line that they do not do anywhere else in terms of narrative, and it's fascinating. And also the Kojin are just fun people to be around. The Namazu is for crafters and for gatherers. What they did is in Heaven's Word and in A Realm Reborn, there was one group that sort of did crafting and gathering together, For XXIII, it's sort of a bit of everything. I think you can actually do some adventuring stuff for the XXIII, but it's sort of random. It's a crap. But the Mughals I think the Mughals are dedicated crafters. I don't think. And then after Stormblood, crafting and gathering got their own society quest, and there was only one that was combat. Anyway, Charibert has to talk some shit.
I reckon Sir'd be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
Such simple creatures, rats. Certain to attack when cornered.
Filthy rats.
Let us step outside, milady. In here, your toys could hurt someone.
Oh yeah, you going down, buddy. Good boy, focus ads. Got the one in the dress.
You disgust me.
Tarzafon! Oh, he don't give a shit. He's just going right in. Oh, now he's taking damage. Have an AoE, you bitch. He's at the line! God, I'm fine, I'm running this out. Come on, come on! Standing your own AoE, there it is. Just rude. Get out of here, kid. Flash Spirit.
There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Enough!
Enough! Goofy spinny flips. Doing that stuff in robes. You have to practice.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
Not those guys.
I thought the Heavens Ward might come here as well.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heavens Ward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Then the Heavens Ward now commands the Temple Knights.
Those still loyal to Sir Emmerich answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number. The other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he? Aye. Your passion moved me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
Everybody's giving a nod. Dump this out. Oh. It's Ganondorf. Well then. Oh, this is as good a spot as any to put it down. Beautiful nods in chat. Alrighty. So, definitely getting the Volt next week. I have my MSQ all backwards. But anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Vortal, for being here.
You're welcome.
Got well, more stuff Saturday, maybe, hopefully. I'll post if that changes. More content. Good stuff. Where's my button? Woo! Okay, now we're doing it. Alright, I can chill later.